Well, hello. Happy Sunday. Just a quick little video, because, if she's left to her own devices with tape and scissors and cardboard and whatever, she's gonna go into squirrel mode and start reverting back to kindergarten. Let's see what she came up with this time. It's an idea. Somewhere to start. Hope you enjoy it. Bye-bye.
Well, hello everybody. It is Sunday, and just a quick little video to show you what I've been up to. So a couple things. Somebody asked to see the pool noodle under the desk, so that's where we are. Okay, you can see I've got one down at that end as well. Now that was because the way that I had my room arranged before we moved, I would switch back and forth on which side of the desk I was working on. So, but it also helps hold the cords off the ground. But I took it off of this side to show you what it is made out of. Now, my desk obviously has a, two sides on it. But I bought one of the really cheap spring-loaded cafe rods. Okay, and a pool noodle, and all I did was stick the cafe rod into the pool noodle, and then these twist to adjust, how wide they are, and just stuck it in there. And get it back there. So that holds the painting from laying on my lap when I'm sitting here. Yeah. And it's especially helpful because, I work from the top left to the bottom right. So I just keep going with it so that the unfinished portion is against my stomach, because I don't want to be rolling it off the table with the beads all over it and have my, fuzz for my shirt or whatever rubbing on it. So it's always got the plastic on it as it's up against my body, and I just keep rolling it until I'm done. And again, with something this big, another reason for having the pool noodle on the other side is once I'm hitting the bottom, it might be going off the desk and around that way. So simple. I think these cafe rods, you can get them for like, I don't know, under $5, and then the pool noodle $1. So easy thing. If you don't have a desk set up like this, though, you could do it where it's mounted on brackets to the underside of your desk. Just look at the different kinds of cafe rods that they have. You just got to make sure that the diameter of your rod is small enough to get inside the pool noodle. Not that you even have to use a pool noodle. You could just use the rod, but I just wanted to make sure that it was, nice and big and round and not causing wrinkles. But you wouldn't even need the pool noodle per se. Okay. Now, what else have I been working on? Okay. I had mentioned that the tray had sparked some ideas for me. And we all know that Hackgiver is my hero. And I want to try and do things without spending any money because I'm cheap. So what did I come up with? Well, I used whatever I had laying around the house. Didn't buy a single thing because that would require me to leave the house too. I don't want to do that. And I don't want to wait for something to be shipped. So here's what I created. Now, what is it? It's a prototype. Testing it out, seeing if it works. But hey, it certainly cleared off a lot of the room on my desk, and each of these can be moved easily, so if I needed to get it off of the desk to do something else, it's not picking up 41 trays. I've got instead 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a couple extras. Versus 41 all over my desk. But yeah, so what is it? What the heck is it? Now, I know these wooden ones have the, for the containers, but I don't roll that way. I use the Craftmates Lockables and a little spoon. That's just my preferred way. I know they're kind of expensive. You can get them 40, 50 off. Watch your coupons. But they're great because usually you can fit an entire painting in one of these because it's got 56 slots and they're nice and big. They hold like a big bag plus in each one. Regardless. So I didn't necessarily need the little holes for the containers. And I also wanted it to be where I could, you know, pull out each individual tray for whatever reason, that they're not stacked, okay? So they'll move. And again, this is just a starting point. You know, somebody could make one of these out of wood so it's nice and sturdy. Go for it. I don't have time. But I'd like royalties. No, just kidding. But it would be nice. Anyway, this is all the stuff that pretty much all of us are going to have laying around. So these are the diamond painting boxes. And they're the wider ones, okay? So this is a Diamond Art Club box. And it's just cut in half. The long side this way, okay? So top and bottom of the box. Here's another box and another one. Oops. But that's all that is. And then as far as the trays, you know, there's a couple sizes. So the clear ones, those are a little smaller than some of the white boats. Okay, here, I'll just show you. We'll line them up next to each other. And then there's the green ones and the regular little white ones are the same as the clear. Okay, just kind of give you an idea. Yeah, those are the same size. And then you got these gray ones. And the gray ones are also the same size as those. And then we have a gajillion of these. So those are just a hair. And then, of course, you got your giant ones. Way bigger. So I have not spent a lot of money on big trays. So I don't have a lot. I have 2 of these. And I have 2, oh, that needs to get pushed back a little bit further. There we go. I have 2 of these, the Archer's Arts, and then I have 2 of those rectangles. Okay. So this box was, I think Gwenny sent me the Peter Pan in it, and it was wider than any other box. So the big white trays fit in there. Like, just barely, okay? And then I put the diamond pens without the tips in between to kind of hold them so that if I'm picking them up, they're not going to all go whoosh. And I just put strapping tape or packing tape around each one to hold them in place. You know, measured with a tray in there, put a thing in, measured a tray, put it all the way through. So again, it's a prototype. Now, the Diamond Art Club, they were the size of the clear and the gray and the little white trays as far as the width. So same thing with those. And then, of course, the green ones fit. But then you've got different widths. So I just kind of played with it. All right. And then the other half of it, the Diamond Art Club, I just put the big trays in sideways. Probably don't even need these, but again, in case I were to pull it out and slide it around. And then this one here. So I think you're going to have trouble finding boxes big enough for the larger of the little trays. But my thought on that was I could, once I got them all in place, I could cut out a little slot for the funnel to stick through. But then I thought, well, if you just kind of angled it in there, because you don't want them spilling out the funnel, whatever. But the other thing too is just bend your one flap out a little bit further. But, you know, we'll figure it out. Or just make it out of your own cardboard. But yeah, that's what I did today. And then how did I stack them? Well, I have a million pool noodles left because I'm no longer storing my paintings on pool noodles. I don't know if you guys remember, I used to hang them in the closet off of pool noodles. And I don't do that. I now hang them flat so that they're ready to go when I decide to work on them, instead of having to, you know, smooth them out and deal with whatever. And then I had this packing material. Now, you're not going to have this per se, but this came with, I think, the TV. It was in the box around the TV, but it's just a really rigid cardboard angle. You could also do this making it out of your own cardboard or whatever. You can figure out something to make this with. So, here, let me dissect this. There we go. And then I just got lucky that my box is all kind of the size of them. They kind of all, oop, see? That's what I got. And this one. See, I was just really lucky. They're all different, you know. So they can all stack up kind of nice and neat together. But, again, these cardboard L-shaped things, I cut them. These are a pain to cut. They're really thick. Pool noodles with a slit cut in them, and I just messed with it over and over again with the width of my trays and everything, and then I duct taped them together to give it kind of more sturdy. Okay, so these just come out. Cutting them to height, messing with it so that each tray just cleared the one underneath so that they're all independent and not laying on top of each other. And then a long piece. And I can't throw anything away, so this is like 5 separate little pieces all taped together, because why cut a new one when I can just, whatever. Okay. And then a straight score through that for this to sit in here. Scored that through there and that through there. This through here. Oh, sliding a little bit. Let's see. There we go. Okay, and tape. Just again, keep it stable. And that's it. I mean, it's, again, duct tape, pool noodle. You could probably do the whole thing with one pool noodle. This trying to think if you didn't have these, what you could use. There's gotta be something out there. But you could, what could you use? I don't know, can't think of anything offhand. But you'd figure something out. You could use paint sticks. Paint sticks and tape to paint, whatever. Something. Whatever, I don't know. And then cardboard boxes. And then I just use strapping tape to make sure that all the little nooks and crannies where the seams were taped up. Now these I didn't tape in there, but I just tape all that in and then put that so that if diamonds spill, they're not getting all stuck in little grooves. But yeah, you can see I didn't tape these down yet because I was still deciding what I was doing. But yeah, I mean, they'll spill. There's some spilled there because I've been moving them around over and over and over again. But it helps make things a little more organized and easier to put away if I could just grab the whole tray. And then, of course, stacking them all together and putting the whole thing. But it's pretty simple putting it back. This just lays right on top of that one. And you can make the length of your cardboard boxes whatever you want. You just cut, you know, the end off more on one than the other. Because that's what I did. And this one here. And you can see it's just the corner, kind of. Get that back a little bit further. There we go. It gives me enough room to pull that out. See? And the one on top. Now, one thing you could, again, I just finished this thing like 10 minutes ago. You know how this one doesn't have a front on it. The reason I did that is because for carrying it around. I had that oops where I picked this up and it all spilled. So I wanted to make sure my trays weren't going to slide out. And of course with the funnels, even tipping it, they can all come spilling. That's why I did it this way. But I just cut this very low. You could even go lower if you wanted to. You know, even if it was just over the tip to keep it from spilling. If you should happen to tilt it when you're walking. But, so again, almost free hack for your own diamond tray thing. I'm thinking now, if I, again, inventor at heart, if I had the funds to do this, which I don't, because we all learned that with Titan, it's so expensive to patent something. But hey, you do it like a tackle box where it all folds up. Yeah, wouldn't that be awesome? Somebody make it and send me a free one. You can have the idea, make it like a tackle box and send me one for free for the idea. And then if you wanted to give me like a, I don't know, a 0.5% royalty on each one sold. I don't know, whatever. I don't care. But yeah, that would be pretty awesome. It'd be like a suitcase. So take the idea and run with it. Just send me a free one and a little royalty. I don't know. And maybe a free vacation. I'm just kidding. Okay. If you get rich though, please. Okay. All right, guys, I'm done. Yeah, I just spent 20 minutes showing you my cardboard cutouts. Today I'm on BuzzFeed Unsolved on Netflix. And they're like, I don't know, 15, 20-minute long true crime, funny, sarcastic. Nothing I haven't, no stories that I haven't already heard, but funny twist to it. So the new recommendation. Okay. Talk to you later. Yeah, bye.
Well, shoot. The things you can do with a little bit of duct tape. But then again, sorry, I'm a little choked up because that's pretty good. Duct tape and some scissors and, you know, little ingenuity. Gotta give her credit on that one. Not too bad. Now, anyway, if you want to see more of these concoctions and hacks, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell. Or a thumbs up would even be nice, you know, if you did like it. If you didn't like it, please leave a thumbs down. And maybe some, you know, constructive criticisms.